Tomorrow marks President Biden's 100th day in office. Presidential historian Michael Beschloss takes a look back at the first chapter of the Biden administration and weighs in on whether it's a good metric for judging a presidency.
Joe Biden has had 100 days where he's done most of the things that he's promised. He has thrown the resources of the presidency and the federal government behind efforts to quell the pandemic. The economy is improving. The threats to democracy have diminished. And he's got an approval rating, which by historical standards may not seem wonderful, but by the standards of these last 15 very divisive years is actually very sound. I think they will look back on the moments in this period where Joe Biden said, we've gotten this many shots into arms, and we're now up to this, and it's now this available. That's the fundamental reason why Joe Biden was elected, was to help Americans to protect themselves. They're doing it. Joe Biden is certainly in the tradition of other presidents in history who came to office at a time of great crisis. 1861, greater crisis. Abraham Lincoln came in just as the country was splitting apart and rushing toward civil war. 1933, Franklin Roosevelt came in. The banks were closed. Huge numbers of people were out of work and suffering. People will look at Biden and say he came in at the time of a pandemic, at the time of an economic calamity, at a time in which democracy was in danger. I think one thing that historians will say about Joe Biden is that we are benefiting from the fact that he was vice president at the time that President Obama came in 2009, at a time of extreme economic calamity. Biden saw what it was like to hit the ground running and try to immediately as possible fix people's problems. In terms of Donald Trump, Joe Biden was elected as the antithesis of Donald Trump. Any president knows that anything can happen at any time, and the vice president also has to be prepared. Because he has been vice president for 8 years, you can be sure that he will benefit from that experience in bringing Kamala Harris in as much as possible and making this a team effort. The 100 days is an important mark to see how a president has come out of the gate, what kind of leadership he, or one day she, has exercised. But if you look at the history of American presidents, most of the important things they do not happen during these first 3 months. So stay tuned.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.